Okay, so we're moving along with the dots, and I did a quick and a kind of a rough description of treating the dots as intervals only, intervals between dots. But guess what? It was a little more complicated than that, and I found that out. It took me two charts to find that out. But guess what? It's more versatile rather than complicated. And you should know this. You should know how to use a dot or what key goes with what dots, and it's easy. So the first thing to look at is just the dot circle, where we have here a major scale, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and it does follow in some way the word cage, CCAGEED. So it's there, and if we use the string shapes, and these are the definitions of the string shapes around here and the other chart, okay, that has the strings on it, and the all this stuff. um, we have to, with the root shape and the E shape, the root would be located right there. And the interesting thing about 7 root is it's part of the E shape, but it's also part of the G shape. And, well, look at this. I say that this G shape right here, if you want to use the 6th note, use the G shape. But guess what? You can also use the 7 and the root, and that's the next chart. It got even more versatile. I decided to use both the inner and the outer notes to utilize this string pattern. So we're going to advance right now to that idea, and here we go. We have our familiar patterns here. We have our familiar diagrams here. The dot circle. I have the the S3L, S2L labeled uh, string fragments here, and they're common. They're in. I guess this might be in the key of C, but actually it would be any key. But always be careful. So with the G shape, no matter what. So these are shapes. In other words, they're not keys; they're shapes. So no matter what key you're in, if you have the G shape, the G string pattern, the tri-note pattern, 6/7 root, okay, and you put this string on the bottom of the build, then you're going to get a G shape no matter what. And if this 6 is an E note, the 6th of the key of G, then you'll get a G-shaped G, a C-shaped C, and a D-shaped D. But if that 6 was, say, the 6th of the key of E, and it was a C sharp, then you'd get a G-shaped E, okay, and you'd get a C-shaped A, and a D-shaped D, and I'll just show you that. Okay, we just jumped back a few charts here, and here's the G-shape box in the key of E. E is the green note, R. Okay, so 6 would be the C sharp, and we'd get a G-shaped E there. The 4th of E is a C-shaped A. Let's look at that A note there. Let's look for that A. All right, I can't see it right now. Okay, my bad. It would be a C-shaped A, and I was looking for an A-shaped A. Not there. C-shaped A would be E, and then the light blue would be the A note. So it's root 4 and 6 right there. Root 4, 6. There's your C-shaped A in the key of E. It's the 4th of A, so 4 would be your root key there, relative root. And then a D-shaped B. So we know we're going to have the blue note, the B note, as the leading note to this first inversion D there. So there that is. So That's why I say these are shapes. This is the shape chart, but you will see these with all of the keys. That's why there's no colors on this. It's not like, oh, I thought I was coloring everything. No, on purpose, there's no color assignment to these notes. You don't see a red 5 representing in my my scheme a G. You don't see it as any color, but you'll see it over here. And let's get started on the dots. Here we go. Here we go. This is it. And I thought I arranged them. I didn't do them. You ever hear about how to write a book? You don't start on chapter 1. I didn't start on C, but we are going to start on C. So these are, here we go, the dot string shapes for the 12 keys. I think I'm going to do a little more explaining here than playing, but we'll see. So for the key of C here, okay, we have a regular dots. In each diagram, the dots are the same. Okay, so we have our E dot, G dot, A dot, B dot, C sharp dot, E double dot, if you will, a G dot and an A dot. The key of C, now I guess we got to get our keyboard going here. So I'll have to zoom out a second. I want to show you. Okay, so I have the keyboard in the buffer. So the key of C, as is indicated here, the key of C goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C on the piano. This is the colored piano. These are the note colors that I've chosen to use in my life. All right, so we have it, the third is falling on the E dot, the fifth falls on the G dot, the sixth falls on the A dot, and the B dot is the seventh in the key of C. So those are the dots in the key of C. And, you know, there's the keyboard to show you where they came from. Okay, now we got the keyboard in the buffer. So we got that ready to go. Now looking at the key of C here, so what we have here, if you look at the E to the G dot, you know, let's start on the G dot, because the E dot is kind of, you know, we might have some issues back underneath here, and we don't want to jump up here, way up here. We're missing out over here. Let's look at the G dot. The G dot is the fifth. Of C. So we pick up our guitar and we look at the G dot. What string shape pattern starts on a 5? The A shape. Okay, because when you play an A shaped A, I know this is coming out in F sharp, but when you play the A shaped A, the low E note becomes the fifth. So the A shape is at the fifth. So these smaller letters down here are the string shapes. Okay, so from here we do a C shape. So if you started on the E dot, you do a C shape. You start on the A dot, you'll do an A shape. You start on the G dot, you'll do a G shape, which is 6/7 root. Okay, so that's how we do it. Someone says we're going to play an A. Excuse me, we're going to. Don't listen to me. Look at the diagram. We're going to play in the key of C. Okay, so if you want to start on your G dot, you know that's going to be the fifth of C, and you can start an A shape there. So if they're doing this key of C thing, you can start. Bum, bum. You just start right there. Now that's easy because key of C is easy. It has 4 dots. Okay, and it sounds easy, like, hey, I can